All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the Afrobeats, Rants, and Bants podcast with your man, your boy, and the Ziki, the king of Efizi. Now, today we're going to be talking about, something very special, something very controversial, something that is problem. And what is that? Let's just jump right into it. Now, we're talking about collaboration in the creative industry right here in Nigeria, right here in Africa. Is it even possible? Because, take for example, we've had situations where the likes of Davido and Wizkid, there's a huge beef between the both of them and their crew, their fan bases, where we have situations where, there's this continuous, battle between 30BG and Wizkid FC. Will there ever even be a Wizkid and Davido collaboration? Music collaboration. Will there ever be something like that? We are just expecting and praying. So these are some of the things that we wish could happen, having Davido and Wizkid come together in the studio and record a song, make a video, perform together on stage. When will that happen? And just recently, we saw in the movie industry, Nollywood industry, where we had, the iconic, amazing, beautiful producer and actress, Funke Akindele, and another amazing, talented, film producer and actress, Toyin had that beef at the, Iyabo Ojo's film premiere, just recently. And it got people talking online like, come on, I think the both of you, the both stars, the both ladies, you are big stars. So why the energy? Why the negativity? Why the beef? But it's just what we have to say. But then we do not even know what's playing in the background. What's the reason behind the beef? What's the reason behind the fight? Because if you ask me, both actresses, both ladies, both females are successful. Funke Akindele, who is the most successful film producer in Africa, because her movies are the highest grossing movies ever, in African cinema, and Toyin Abraham, who's also not doing very bad for herself. She's doing excellently well. Her movies are massive blockbusters in cinemas. So I don't really see any reason why the both actresses are supposed to be having issues. Well, if you watch that video closely, you see that it was Toyin Abraham who was actually going to meet Funke Akindele to just, respect her and recognize her. But then Funke was like, come on, man, I don't want to talk to you. But you see, women will always be women, but do we really need that energy in the industry? Then, recently, what broke the internet just a few days ago, we saw the huge fight. The huge fight between Burna Boy and DJ Tunez, Wizkid's official DJ. Very, very massive fight. Punches were thrown, blows flying in the air. And it got me thinking, come on, will there ever be a synergy? Will there ever be that love? We need it. Because, go to Ghana, for example, President Mahama had to call, Shatta Wale. He had to call Shatta Wale on stage. He also called Stonebwoy on stage. And he had to make sure they embraced each other. They had a hug. They had to settle that beef they had for themselves. We wish we can have that played out here in Nigeria. We actually wish a lot of love is in the industry. So back to the Burna Boy's issue. So according to sources, right, this two-star, of course, Burna Boy is apparently way, 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 way bigger than DJ Tunez. DJ Tunez is, Wizkid's DJ. Burna Boy is the megastar here. So they were together just chilling and vibing at Obi's house. Obi's house, for those of you who don't know, is one of the biggest, nightlife spots in Lagos, at Hard Rock in VI. So celebrities go there every Monday. A lot of, people go there every Monday to just have fun. So according to sources, DJ Tunez was on deck, playing music, playing Wizkid's music. And Burna Boy stepped into the building. And I felt it was just normal. I mean, people just felt it was normal to, pay some respect to Burna Boy. Grammy Award-winning Burna Boy, superstar, megastar Burna Boy, African Sprite billionaire boy, I'm talking about, with lots of toy cars, fancy cars, just give the guy some respect. You've been playing Wizkid's music. Why don't you just play some Burna Boy's music, right? Could have just played some Burna Boy's music. And he did not do that. So Burna Boy had to send somebody over to DJ Tunez and be like, yo, my brother, can you just play some of Burna Boy's music? He's in the building. Can you just do that? And Tunez was like, come on, what are you talking about? I don't care who's Burna Boy. I don't care who's Burna Boy. And the guy got the message that DJ Tunez sent, and he delivered the message to Burna Boy. And Burna Boy was like, what? A whole me You say like you cannot play my music. So Burna Boy got angry, and he walked according to sources. He walked over to Tunes and punches and blows started flying up and down here and there. But then, like I said, there is a certain level that you get to that a lot of things should not move you. You just have to keep your composure. You just have to keep your class. I'm telling you, you have to keep your class. People will test you. People will push you. People will test you. They'll push you to the wall. But you just got to hold yourself. You just got to keep your steez, man. Maintain steez. Keep your effigy intact. People go stay your effigy. Yeah, so I guess Burna Boy could not control himself. Or I guess DJ Tunes was, he just was not reasonable. I think it's normal for you to, give respect to whom respect is due. Yeah, when you see somebody who deserves respect, please give that person the respect. And I felt he didn't do that to Burna Boy, and then Burna Boy overreacted. But then I wish and I pray that these guys, they had it all sorted, they have this issue sorted out, and, just stay, with positive vibes and one love. Now, back to more, controversial issues. Now, a couple of days ago, Phyno had a very, very, very massive show in the East. Massive show, beautiful show, beautifully produced show. And while on stage, he called VDM. A lot of people love VDM. I don't want to say everybody loves VDM, but a lot of people love VDM. And that includes, I like the guy. Come on, he's a nice guy. I don't want to say nothing. Like, I like the guy. Who wouldn't love VDM? But there are people who do not love VDM. There are people who do not love VDM, like B-Lord. There are people like B-Lord who don't love VDM. So, let's take that out of the way. So, Phyno called VDM on stage and he was like, guy, please, can you please knock this case that you have with B-Lord out of the court? Please take it out of, please close this case. We do not need this thing anymore. And VDM was like, I'll listen, I'll check it out, I'll do what I got to do, But after the show, a couple of days went by, and B-Lord came out with a statement, and it was like, nobody, and I repeat, nobody should beg VDM to knock off the case. Nobody should beg VDM to take the case out of the court, because he wants to fight to the end and win this case, because he has the capability, he has the strength. But then B-Lord wants to fight to the end. He wants to fight to the end and win. He wants to win, and we just got to let him do his fight, and let's see how this whole thing plays out, And then, moving forward, just a couple of days ago, Malay came out, and he said he's the best musician, he's the best thing that has ever happened to the music industry in Nigeria for the past 20 years. It's the best thing. Or maybe him and Burna Boy, yeah. Burna Boy is the only person that's in this category, talking about only the two of them are the best people or best persons that, ever had the greatest, music, greatest performance, greatest. We can interpret it like that because that's what he meant, But then the fans, they have something to say. People online have things to say like, come on, are you just saying this because you want to clout chase? Or are you saying this because you want to gain traffic for your new album, the Clarity of Mind that you just released? Or you are just joking, or you are just serious? Because when we have people like Davido, we have people like Wizkid, we have people like Ruga, we have people like a lot of stars, Two-Face, Idibia. You want to say you're the best thing for the past 20 years? Are you joking? Come on. People have a lot to say. But then let's just assume let's just assume that, he was just saying that because he wants to do free press for his, his album that's out. And then his album that's out's got lots of reviews, positive reviews, negative reviews. Many people love it, and some people don't love the album. Because Gege came out, a lot of you guys know Gege, and he was like, the album is not giving the vibes that he likes. But then, do you want to take advice from Gege? Music advice. Do you want to take music advice from Gege? I know there are a lot of people who take relationship advice from Gege, but music advice? Really? Come on. So I mean, that's by the way. Omale, we wish him well. But then we hope that in the next 10 years, then he can get in the conversation to say, yes, I am one of the greatest artists, to ever come out of Nigeria for the past 20 years. I don't see any facts in that statement. All right, so moving on to our international brothers on this episode of Afrobeat Rants and Bants. Let's talk about Kanye West. Now, a couple of days ago, Kanye West sold out a very, very massive concert of 40,000, seater arena. He sold it out for 2 days, consecutively, 2 days, back to back. 40,000 people attended the event back to back, massive ticket sales. And, a lot of people were surprised because, after the many, 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 many controversies that Kanye West have faced in his career, after the many, many, cancellations that he has, encountered in his career, for him to still get back here, and people are loving him. People want to see him perform. People want to buy his merchandise. People want to pay tickets, to watch him perform and sing. I mean, that goes to tell you that the guy is loved, And good music never dies. That's word right there. Good music never dies, no matter how much the hate. Good music never dies. And just after the whole success and celebration online, celebrating with Kanye West for the fact that I was able to, pull out that, huge milestone, then he was booked for the Wireless Festival in the UK. And the UK government, they came out and they said, yo, Kanye West, we don't want you in the UK. We don't want you in London. We don't want you here because you are too controversial. You said a lot of stuff against too many powerful people, and we don't want you, right here in our country. We don't want you here. And just because Kanye West is part of the Wireless Festival, a lot of companies have pulled out of the festival. For example, Pepsi have pulled out of the festival as sponsors. But as soon as Pepsi pulled out of the festival as a sponsor, Coca-Cola jumped right in and they'd be like, yo, we're ready to sponsor the show. We love Kanye West. We love the man. And I'm in the midst of all of these things. Kanye West still came out and, tendered an apology. And he said he just wanted to, have a good time in the UK. He just wanted to perform for his fans and spread love and positive energy. Yo! Now, moving away from Kanye West. Now, let's talk about this man, the icon, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's movie, the first movie ever after his death, is coming out this April. The first movie after his death is coming out this April. The title of the movie is Michael. And in as much as his daughter Paris does not like or is not involved in the movie, she does not like the idea that, her father, people are making a movie of her father's story. In as much as she is of that opinion and she doesn't like the idea, a lot of fans of Michael Jackson, they are expecting and they are anticipating and they are really, really, really ready to hit the cinemas this April to go and watch the movie. And, so people like fans like me who are, Michael Jackson's diehard fans, we just want to, go out there and experience and actually watch the story, because there's a difference between watching this guy's, videos and watching his, listening to his music, watching his performances, to actually understanding the behind the scenes, what really transpired in those processes, what happened behind the scene, what are the stories behind those, those recordings, those songs, the thrillers, the off the wall, the, wanna be starting something videos. What's the story behind Remember the Time? What are the stories behind? People want to know these things, and fans like me, we're curious. We just want to know. And I believe that this movie is one of those many, 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 many movies that will give us a little bit, detail or a little bit insight into what happened behind the scene in Michael's life, while he was, alive, making those beautiful, iconic, moments in history, So And to add, Lady Gaga is one diehard Michael Jackson fan, and according to reports, she has spent many, many, many millions of dollars to collect over 400 Michael Jackson clothes and accessories. And the beautiful thing about what she has done is most of all the things that she's collected from Michael Jackson, I mean, the things that she has bought, she placed them in a very, temperature controlled room to make sure the clothes and the accessories, they are preserved and they maintain their, original shape and form. That's iconic. That's beautiful. And I'm just excited for the fact that Michael is coming out this April. And I want you to get in the conversation. I mean, tell us, drop in the comment section what you love about Michael Jackson, what inspired you about Michael Jackson, what are the memories of Michael Jackson that you can still remember as a child growing up, or maybe as, a teenager, way back in the day. The guy is an icon. You cannot take it from him. So, guys, it's been fun rocking out with you. My name is Endi Ziki right here on Afrobeats, Rants, and Bants. And I think I'm going to see you in the next edition. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and share and follow and comment. And suggest what you want us to talk about next. And we'll jump right in and talk about it, right here. Thank you guys for rocking out with your boy. My name is Endi Ziki, the king of Efizi. And I'm out. See y'all. Adios.
Do Media.